Honestly, I love making faces. There's this there was this thing that my teacher commented once, actually, when I was uh young, when I was in, I think, year 8. He said, Priya, you can't hide your expressions from your face. And this was particularly after in this moment I was not happy with him, and I think he knew that. I wanted to do something and he didn't let me. And then yeah, he made that comment, and it stuck with me because I find that I've always been very expressive when it, like, especially when it comes to my face. And it's just funny that he realized that. I don't know why. Okay, boom. Hi Nakshbandi, how are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome. I was just talking about my emotional expressiveness when it comes to things. And yeah, how you can just easily tell from my face certain things, which I think is a good thing. I think, there's a caption, no, not a caption, a post that I saw about the truth. Let me read it to you. Okay, so Vak Siddhi. So this is, Siddhis are superpowers, right? So a Vak Siddhi is the mystic power of asservation. Asservation? Asservation. When one's speech is so pure, truthful, and aligned with the divine, that whatever is spoken manifest. I don't know why I can't read today. Is Then should we start again? Yeah, so these are powers in Hinduism, exactly. And Sikhism, actually. They speak a lot about them in Sikhism too. So yeah, Vaksiddhi is the mystic power of asservation. When one's speech is so pure, truthful, and aligned with the divine, that whatever is spoken manifests. Scriptures say that if a person speaks truth consistently for years, their words gain the force of truth itself. Such a person's blessings become reality. Their words, like seeds, inevitably bear fruit. The firewood, happy belated birthday. My birthday was yesterday. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. It's so sweet that you remembered. Hey, Cipriano, welcome. Hi, Prasangi. They're everywhere. In our religion, but terminology names is different. Yeah, exactly. It's really interesting. I always talk about my like the movement and like the transformation from me going from like learning more about sorry, learning more about Western spirituality and going over to Eastern spirituality. And one thing I realized was that in Western spirituality you don't hear anything about this, like for example siddhis or superpowers. Nothing like that. I mean, like I said, it's usually very like psychology based compared to actual spirituality, whereas like connecting with the divine. Western spirituality is very like, oh, let's look at the shadow, let's look at the traumas that you have, let's look at this. But the thing is, so the difference would be in Western spirituality, you are being immersed in the story, right? You're in the dream trying to fix the dream. And then Eastern spirituality is wake up, it's a dream. Stop trying to fix the dream. It's not even real. Right? Hi, I'm from England. Karamat to perform miracles in Arabic language, etc. like these. Oh wow, Karamat. I feel like I have heard that word before, but I didn't know that this is what it meant. That's amazing. Guys, I had another dream. It's like in my dreams. So when you're dreaming, right, the way that you are during your day, like what the way your awareness is during the day translates over to the experiences that you have when you're sleeping. So you're not a different person when you are dreaming, right? You're the same person. For example, Okay, I don't know. I'm good. Okay, okay. Let's say, okay, definitely should not use that example. Mm, okay. Let's say in your dream, right, there is someone, oh God, okay. Sorry, there's just one example that just keeps going over in my mind, and I need to change it because I don't think I should say it. Okay, let's just say in your waking life, there's something that you would really like to do, but you don't have the courage to do. Okay, let's say skydiving. And then obviously when you're dreaming, you're like, whoa, this is a dream, you know? So maybe I should just go for it. I'm not gonna die. It's not actually real, you know? Um, well, it's not actually real, so let's just go crazy. And then you can't bring yourself to do that because you act in the same way that you would when you have waking consciousness. So what I'm trying to say is your dreams are very symbolic and very important because they show you what is um lurking in your subconscious, right? um Sometimes unbeknownst to you. So looking at the different themes that come up symbolically, what these things may mean. I mean, for me, I love um going on ChatGPT and writing in my dream and saying, look, this is what happened. What do you think it means? I don't know. I trust ChatGPT a lot, so it works for me. Maybe other people have reservations about ChatGPT, but yeah, like I told ChatGPT, I know you don't know what you're talking about. I just feel a little bit flustered today. I don't know why. I don't know why. How is everybody? Let's just start easy, yeah? Start easy. We have some water. You're bringing hi, glowing phoenix. It's so interesting that you continue to join the lives, considering we talk a lot about God and you don't believe in God. Not that I'm telling you you can't. You're more than welcome to. Oh, you missed. Sweet. I don't know. I come across these often. What my lives? Yeah, maybe it is a sign from the universe. I mean, everything is a sign from the universe, right? You are, and also, you know, this whole idea of using the word universe. I saw a post somewhere that said, we keep referring to the universe as if it has some power, but the universe is the creation of the creator, right? The universe is not the creator. Just a little bit there. Okay. Jeez. What is it today? When I went skydiving up and I felt I've done it before, it felt like how I came to Earth. Wow. I love that. I pass you to increase your dream. By the way, one more question. Sure, go ahead. Okay. So let me quickly just talk about my dream. So yeah, in the dream, I can't tell you specifically what was happening. All I remember was waking up with this, like even having this sort of awareness in the dream that was like, this isn't real, 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 this isn't real. I didn't become lucid in the dream, as in like, oh, I understand that it's a dream and now I'm gonna act wild because it's a dream and I can do whatever I want and go crazy. I didn't do that, but I knew that it was a dream. You know, I knew that it wasn't real. And I've been speaking about this, right? I spoke about this on my last live about having a dream that was similar to this. And I think it's because in my waking day, I remind myself that this isn't real, that this is a hologram, you know, that I don't take life too seriously. And yeah, it continued. And that's actually one of the ways that you can become lucid in your dream. So it's a technique where in your day, you ask yourself, oh, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? And then what will happen is when you do sleep and you do dream, eventually you may ask yourself, am I dreaming? And then the moment you realize you're dreaming, you become lucid, and then you can go and have different experiences in your dream. I actually started a course on dreams and like how to do different things in dreams, and the guy was saying how important dreams are and how you can work through trauma, old, process emotional things, and get answers from your higher self through your dreams. Super powerful. How does astral projection happen? So astral projection happens when your soul, I believe it's your soul, I've never done it before though, leaves your body. And see, I heard one thing that it happens. So people who are prone to having sleep paralysis, like that's one of the first steps, because your body freezes and then you kind of need to push your soul out of your body, and then it can go and travel the astral realm. But I would like I said, I've never done it before, so you'd have to go and search it up or something, speak to someone who has. I believe maybe Webov has. When he joins, maybe you can ask him. Are you Indian? Yes. Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I think astral projection is one of those things that you kind of build yourself up to. There's books that you can get on learning how to do that, but what I would say is it's one of those things you have to be careful with, because I would speak to someone who is well versed in astral projection, because there are pros and cons to everything, right? There are people who, like tantrics, what Indians would call them, who know that people do astral projection, and if you don't have maybe a guru, or you have specific knowledge on how to keep yourself safe whilst doing that, it could be problematic for you, because of course these people are well versed in like tantrics and people who do black magic, etc. They know how these things work, so they could maybe take your soul or something, and I don't know, I think it's just best to be careful. Hi, how come you have a henna on your hands? I don't know, it was my birthday recently, so I just thought I'd have it. Janet. Janet the rat, they're infesting the UK now, they're on YouTube too. Yes, Janet, we have access to the internet. Welcome, why are you here? It's so interesting. This whole, to be honest, I don't really get involved in it because I don't get too involved in like the outside world, but it's a whole load of victim mentality, right? Oh no, they're taking out jobs. Oh no, they're taking out qualifications. Oh no, they're on YouTube. As if England and the UK owns YouTube, please. Bye-bye. Ah! Toddy. Okay, whoops. Wait, did I? Sayonara, Janet. Oh, wait, what did she say? They'll start demanding. Oh my god, they'll start demanding public holiday for weirdo festivals. Save the UK. So funny. Happy birthday. Thank you. No, my birthday was on Saturday. So, okay, wait, sorry. I'd like Hannah, thanks for the explanation. Thank you. So how do I know how to do it? It's something like the information that I have come across. I think I've heard like people's experiences, but like I said, I've never done it myself. So I would never want to give anyone advice on how to do it. Always ask someone who has done it, Am I spirit? Yeah. Other mysteries of the universe that are linked to God, we will never know. Of course. Of course. I look 24 years old. Thank you. Oh, your birthday's on the 4th. Why is my forehead bindi today? I am not wearing it. Religion is a pathway to the divine, and spirituality is like working with that, right? Like if we really look at what religion is, that's what it is. But I mean, I would just say what is there with people today? So weird. I mean, the full moon's gone. Why are you acting wild? But yeah, no, I would say more spiritual than anything. Yeah. What's in the water today? I don't know. An elegant Mendy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Jeremy. How are you? Just drinking my coconut water. But to be honest, when I drink this, it feels like, you know when you drink something and you're like, I know this is healthy. Like when you drink a juice, you're like, so healthy. Okay, no, this is healthy. This is good. Good morning. We are in a good mood today. I am an Indian princess. Why, thank you so much. So, if life is like a dream, right? Because your dreams, it's not like your consciousness goes to sleep, right? It's always awake. It's just that you said that you don't take life that serious, depending on what religion. I feel religious people take their lives pretty seriously. That's a fair point. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'm not like other people in that sense. What I like to do is I like to take wisdom from different places that I feel is the truth. Like I can sense in me that it's the truth, and I will let that in, So I respect religions, like for example Hinduism and Sikhism. I know a little bit about, and they're very spiritual. They're not even like religious, because I get it. What you think of religion, I don't know if that's what you're saying actually, but religious can be very like strict in one way, and all about control and fear and submission, and I'm not really about that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I thought about God a few days ago, and I came to the realization that God is not a personality, but an omnipotent power that doesn't have a form and is all powerful. Glowing Phoenix, that makes me so happy. That's the truth. Yeah, that's it. That's literally it. It's not one being. It's not a personality. That is it. Gamesh. Okay. I want to know your point of view when you talk about consciousness, etc., because biologists haven't defined it, and we still fully don't understand, so we have strong notions about it. Okay. Love that you've asked that. Of course, biologists haven't explained it, because biologists look at matter, and when we look at life, we need to understand that matter is not absolute, right? There is something beyond matter that exists, beyond time, beyond space, beyond matter, which I guess would just be space, I think. So if something exists beyond that, we need to study that, right? We need to focus on that. And the thing is, people have studied this, but it's just not studied in science, because science is behind. Science is not the latest information that we can have, because you're still studying material, right? If something beyond material things exist, like for example x-rays exist and microwaves exist, but science still continues to only focus on material things like biology and chemistry and cells and hormones. These are all matter, but what about the energy? What about frequency and vibration? When we zoom into anything, right, like if we zoom into my hand, what do we find? We find atoms, right? These are the things that science researches, atoms. But then we go deeper and then we find subatomic molecules, right, particles. And then yeah, and then we go further and we find just energy vibrating, and then we go deeper and then we find that there is nothing. So consciousness is something that is being discovered by people, well, not has been discovered, like is usually familiar to people who go deep within themselves, for example, and get to deep levels of meditation. For example, yogis, mystics, sadhs, enlightened beings, they know more about consciousness than scientists will ever know. Does that make sense? Does my sister have? Yeah, I have a twin sister, and she also does YouTube. That is correct. Glowing Phoenix, what is your paradox that you have? It's been long ever since I had last dream. Could it be that there's a problem somewhere? No, see, everyone apparently is always dreaming. It's just about whether you can recall the dream. That could be the issue. Exactly, not everything can be, I mean, most things cannot be explained by science. It's because the science is still, like I said, is very backwards. When you go into, like, for example, quantum science, right? Then we can get somewhere, because quantum physics can prove consciousness. If you look at different experiments done by quantum physicists, like the observer effect, Schrodinger's cat, ones like that, like the double slit experiment, which is the observer effect, I guess that's where it comes from, then you can see what consciousness is like when you study quantum entanglement, things like that. Where's my Indian accent? I don't have one. God, Jesus, jeez. Oh gosh, can God create a rock that he himself cannot lift? If he could, can God create a rock that he himself cannot lift? If he could, he can't lift it, so that he's not all powerful. But if he can't create it, what's your reply? That's I've heard that before. Someone who was from the Muslim faith mentioned that to me. Is that from the Quran? I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. I'm not really sure what that means, so I have no idea. I see, but X-ray microwaves are still studying defining physics and study of all the energy and matter, i.e. physics or sciences, answer it right. See, okay. Jesus, physics. Right. Ashley says the Christ is coming. The second Christ has already come. The second coming of the Christ is you awakening your Christ self. And that's all. Okay. What you can create is what you are capable of. Interesting. Are you going to get married or? Nope. No one's gonna get married and no wedding stuff going on. It sure doesn't sound like it was from the Quran. Jeremy, someone who had someone who was a Muslim, because we were discussing, he was discussing his faith to me, and then he mentioned this, and he was trying to explain it to me, but I wasn't really understanding it. Something about if God creates something and God is not more powerful than that thing, then is I don't know. He kind of lost me there, so maybe he got it from somewhere else. Yeah, no, Rudra. I just got it. I just had it because it looks pretty. Okay, by Kamish, in fact, in the Quran, God is not explained as it is. Oh, as a it. Oh, really? Is God explained only as a he? Always believe into a good of. Oh my God. Um. The energies were just wild today. Interesting. Hmm. Am I a witch? Yes. Byline Phoenix. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. That's very true. That is true. I mean, they say that the more you know, the more you realize the less you know, right? And it's true because it depends like who's talking, because who do you identify as? That's a really important thing, right? Do you identify as the person talking right now with your like name and stuff like that, or do you identify as consciousness? Because when you identify as consciousness, then you are everything, therefore you inherently know everything, right? Whereas like for example Priya doesn't know everything. Does that make sense? um what's the topic? I'm not sure. I was gonna start with different lessons that I've learned since it was my solo return, aka my birthday recently. But at the moment I'm just answering questions. Does any of the magic thing work? Life is super magical. Um, are you talking about, is this the person who asked me if I'm a witch? Yeah, of course magic works. Hey Daniel. God or an entity worthy of title God cannot create something more powerful than itself. That would be contradictory. God isn't. God isn't. God is an energy, but beyond that, God is nothingness. And it really takes time for you to get your head around that. I think, like, that's a really deep way to look at it. You know, that's like the deepest way you can go. It says nirpa in Punjabi, which means fearless. That's like the deepest level to go, and I don't know if everybody is like on that level able to understand that. You should be a star. Thanks. I am. God explains himself in the Quran as the one and only God, has neither son nor wife, he possesses infinite power and wisdom. It's so interesting that it's a he, right? Hey, Wenda. I love watching you live. Oh, thank you. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much, everybody. So yeah, okay. I mean, the thing is, OBE. I'm not sure what that is. What does that stand for? The thing is, everyone on the live, everybody has different. Every eye shall see him. What are your thoughts again on this? The second coming of Christ is the awakening of people, but the Bible literally says when he comes, every eye shall see him. What are your thoughts again on this? Okay. That everybody will be able to recognize the Christ when they, like, the Christ self within themselves and others when they see him. Because think about it, right? Like with most enlightened beings, people around them can't always recognize the power that these individuals have, right? Like not Christ, Jesus Christ was a enlightened, highly conscious being, right? But not everybody could recognize the value that he had. Why? Because they weren't on that same vibration. It's like a diamond, right? Only a jeweler knows the worth of a diamond, truly, or someone who's a fanatic about diamonds. A farmer isn't going to know the worth of a diamond, right? So it's if you have that energy, if you're on that level, you're on that frequency level, you will be able to perceive that other thing. So when everybody is awake in themselves, they will be able to see Christ. Like, they'll be able to recognize the thing that exists within them. That could be one way to look at it, right? Okay, yo, can you do some magical surprise for me, something? Because I like to believe in it. I believe in energy and it can be manipulated to an extent, but not on the mainstream magic way. Okay. See, Daniel, magic, as in, like, I'm not gonna sit here and do a magic trick. It doesn't work like that. But what I can say to you is that you create your life. Life is full of magic, because life is beyond the ordinary. Okay, life isn't the way that you think it is. Like, the thing that you see right here, right, like, you see me on a screen somewhere, you're talking to me, you can see that people are commenting. That is the 3D, right? That you're probably sitting somewhere, you probably have, I don't know, things around you, right? That is your 3D, that's your physical reality. I'm here to tell you that your physical reality is dead, as in it's in the past. It is a product of the past, of the past emotions that you've been feeling, the past thoughts that you've been having, and the beliefs that you hold. So if you want to see real magic, work on the inside. If you want to see a change in your life, change the thing within you. You are the cause of the effect, which is your life, right? So let's say in your life you keep I don't know, attracting people who don't respect you. If it's a pattern, you need to look at within yourself and think, okay, I'm the common denominator. Why do I keep attracting this? What can I change within myself? And then you change that, and then you look outside and woof, magic. And the thing is, it may not happen instantly, but it may happen instantly. As in, it happens instantly when you decide and when you make a change internally. But the 3D sometimes takes time to catch up. Let me know how that is. Give me some advice that helps me in relationships. Would you like to ask for specific advice? What I would say is one thing that I could say that is like a vague thing that could apply to everybody is the way your relationships are, not just your romantic relationships, but every relationship is a reflection of how you are and your internal world. If you have any problems in your relationships, look within you. The problem lies within you. I have a video called You Are the Problem. You can watch that. Bible got lots of mistakes and many contradictions, so you can't put full trust on it. See, the Bible has been heavily edited, right? The people in charge, right? The priests, whoever were in charge, I don't know who else, like you have priests and I don't know. You know, the heads of the church, they sit together, they call a meeting, they sit together and they're like, okay, what do we want to write in the Bible? What do we want to take it out? Oh, if we write this, then maybe people will think like this, and maybe people won't submit to us. Maybe people won't do this. So it's a lot of politics that went into it. But what the Bible has, like, you have to look at it. You can't just look at it from the surface level. It's like you have to dig deep. It's meant to be deeply deciphered, and then you understand what it's trying to tell you. Thank you, Shivastik. I see Mother Nature as God, if any godlike being. Yes, Mother Nature is God. OB is astral projection. Oh, okay, out of body experience. All right, okay. Healthy relationships with girlfriend. What's your specialize in? I would I know a little bit about most things. Like, not most, yeah, like a lot of things, I would say. So, like I said, a healthy relationship. Have a healthy relationship with yourself. And use any problems that you have, any triggers that you have with her, to look within and solve them within. And then that's it. And be forthcoming and be honest and be truthful. That's it. So am I magical? Yes. Recognize that in the Old Testament that says all souls belongs to God. All souls are God, you know? Lazarus' perspective is your reality. I love this kind of talk. Just be exactly. Thank you. Christ's spirit within us is not the same as us. He, Apostle Paul, said, as far as the flesh is concerned, we've been crucified and made alive through spirit, and not I, but Christ in me. See, the thing is, Jesus was a human being, and he became Christ-like because he recognized the divinity that lies within him. So we are all Jesus, but we can become Jesus Christ. So I can become Priya Christ if I recognize the divinity and embody the divinity that lies within me. You cannot replace. Why am I talking so much nonsense? Rami, maybe you just don't get it. You cannot replace Christ's spirit with the self. Get it? Interesting. God does looking for your soulmate necessary, or will your soulmate come to you if you're a chosen one? I don't think looking for your soulmate is necessary. I think work on yourself, balance your inner divine feminine and your inner divine masculine energies within you. We all have an inner man and an inner woman within us, right? And it's about making that relationship with that inner man and that inner woman balanced. So I have an inner man within me. You have an inner woman in you, the men here, right? So it's about balancing your relationship with that inner woman or that inner man, and then that will be reflected in your relationship outside of you. You are a chosen. There are only two truths in this world, that is birth and death, and between all this Maya. Interesting. Also, there's the witch called Margaret. I really like her. Should I join with some school in order to connect with her, looking for some personalized advice? I mean, Daniel, I don't know. That's your, like, that's you. If that feels good for you, then yeah, sure, do that. I don't know her. The Bible says that the word of God was written by righteous men and spirit moved. I work as a life coach. I don't wanna. I'd rather not discuss Christianity. I'm not very well informed on it, and I just don't want to argue with people who believe that they're, like, they have their own way of thinking, and that's okay. If I recognize the divinity, will I become sinless? That's an interesting question. So, because when you recognize the divinity and you become one with the divinity, you see that you are not this individual, you are not Daniel who has committed sins. So yeah, of course you become sinless, but you're not attached to the actor who's playing this role, right? What is it? Jeez. Hey man, you speak about lots of different stuff coming from science, so it is mental. Yeah, I'm gonna disregard that. Ah! Oh god, so funny. Cipriano, you said that the people who organize the Bible would never add new things, but how do you know? Were you there? You know, it's like history. History has been perfectly curated by people, by men who are in charge. People in power will take something and they will make it their own so it fits their agenda. It's been happening for a very long time. It's hard for people to just talk about life and spirituality without interjecting their exact belief system. It is true. It is true. It's because, I mean, we're so not self-conscious. We're so narcissistic in that way, right? We always make everything about ourselves. But I mean, it's like a natural human thing. Like, oh, you went there, oh, I went there. Oh, you drink that, I drink that too. You know, rather than just repost Miss Priya thing. You want me to what was that, Jeremy? You want me to repost the Miss Priya link, as in the my email address? Is your right person found through desire resonance, and how to know a soul recognition? See, the right person. What is the right person? You know? But what I would say is it's through resonance. It's through an alignment of your frequency. I mean, the thing is, everybody who comes into your life comes into your life through that frequency. So it depends on where you are. Everything is about you. Your life is about you. You're the only creator in your life. You're the only God in your life. Everybody else has no free will. So how are you doing is going to determine the kind of partner that you call into your life. Does that make sense? Hey Vinay, how are you? You reap what you sow. Very true. Your whole life is summed up by you reap what you sow. You know, all the actions that you take, the way that you think, the intentions that you have, you sow them because they're like instructions in an instruction manual. I'm wonderful. I'm okay. Yeah, it's just an interesting start to the live we've had, but we're getting through it. Good to see you. Good to see you. But like one of the lessons that I wanted to talk about is you know, how nothing is personal. So like people coming up on here, right? Saying like certain things, like weird things, they're projecting that in a world, right? I mean, we had someone who came and she was like, oh, um are you native Indian? I was born in India, but I don't live there anymore, so no. I guess I'm not a native Indian. What happened to my hand? Oh, it's henna. It's kind of, I don't know, it looks a bit, I don't know why it looks like that. But it's like, it's not the proper henna, you know, it's kind of the one that's, I guess, heavily, pumped with chemicals. How much time before your channel becomes monetized? I'm not sure. I have to get to 3,000 watch hours. So let's see. Let's see. I am from Bangladesh. I am from England. Welcome. Thanks, Vinny. Everyone likes the Mandy. It's cute. I just feel a bit lost today. I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's the energy is really weird, and I just feel that I'm like off of my like off my flow, you know. A lot of prime example what you're talking about coming through, nothing personal. Yeah, exactly. What did I want to talk about today? I'm actually not sure. I didn't have anything planned, but do some people that everyone's just so distracted. And also welcome Thor. I didn't know you were here. I'm 100% sure that everything in the Bible came from God. And it was revealed to the Holy Prophet who wrote under the Spirit of inspiration, and I have this privilege myself which testify the truth of the Bible. Interesting. See, the thing is, Cipriano, there are so many different Bibles, right? So which one are you talking about? Some people are born in tune with their spirit or natural inner guidance and waiting. So how can you connect with yours if you're born not? Okay, wonderful question, Prima Jane. Thank you. So yeah, some people. Well, the thing is, most of us are born in tune with our natural inner guidance. As a child, you're very in tune with with like God, you know. Children are born and their chakras are open and they have they're very intuitive, very present. And then what happens is that as you get older, you have a decrease in the sensitivity of your subtle like your ability to sense subtle energy. So that's how you become in tune. Like, for example, intuition is very subtle. It's a subtle sound and message from your body that says, oh, okay, do this or don't do that, right? When we have so much bombarding our sensations, when we're constantly listening to things, watching things, we're always engaging in some sort of pleasure of the senses, then our senses become overexcited. And then when we lose that sensitivity, we lose the sensitivity to feel subtle energy. So the best way to become more in tune with that would be to meditate, to sit and to do nothing, to decrease the amount of things that you like activities that you participate in that cause an influx or like an increase and decrease in different hormones, right? Like, for example, dopamine. Like, when you're scrolling, that's a dopamine hit, and you're getting your body used to that, right? So yeah, like when you're eating, just eat. When you go to the bathroom, just go to the bathroom. When you are showering, just shower. You know, I know some people like to listen to music. I do sometimes. But yeah, things like that. And then just being with nature, eating clean food, decreasing the amount of processed foods that you eat. So anything that you can do that returns you to natural harmony, that, you know, like as in like you harmonized with nature, the natural way of being, that would help. And also meditation, obviously. Hi, my name is Priya. I am a life coach. You know, whenever you ask anyone A for 90% people will say apple because that is probably stored in our mind. Yesterday I was thinking about this. Wow, that's so true. Actually, you know what? Maybe not always. There was this Punjabi movie that I watched, Vinay, and he was like A for Asla, B for Bandook, C for Chaku. It's probably worse than Apple, to be honest. I don't. Prashantaji, if I want to act smart, let me. Yeah, exactly, Lazarus. You tell him. It's not intelligence, it's awareness, which is actually far more than intelligence. So, you know, it's good to do nothing at times. Sometimes I just sit in my room looking at the wall, thinking about stuff. Exactly. You know, doing nothing is meditating because you're just being present, right? Like, that hit me today. Like, whoa, me sitting and meditating is me not watching something or listening to something or talking to someone or eating something or touching something. It's just me being, and that me being is just me meditating. And the point of meditation is to be able to tune those skills so that you can bring them with you throughout the rest of your day, you know, so you can keep your attention inwards and in the present moment, and then you can live according to what's happening outside of you right at that time and within you right at that time. I am a life coach, Dinesh. You know, Indian accent English. Am I Indian? I am Indian. I am Indian. Hanji. Indian. Ha. Hum. Oh my God, I just. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Meditation means peace, mind of clarity on your inner side. Finished. Namaste to you, Gopal Panditji. So a life coach is someone who helps people. Like, for example, let's say you have a goal that you would like to reach, or you keep having relationship problems, or you are feeling low, you know, a lot of the times, and you have a negative mindset that you would like to work on, or you're just not happy with your life and you'd like a change. Well, then you would come to me, and then I would help you kind of you know, would figure out what the problem is, what your goals are, what are the things stopping you from getting there, how we can change those things. So we look at your mindset, your thoughts, your beliefs, your habits, and then we would work together on tweaking those so that then you can achieve the goal that you would like to achieve. And welcome, Weber. Thank you so much. So grateful for your presence. Oh my God. When you focus, English. When you focus on something, for example, one dot, and after sometimes you see two dots, that means now you start focusing from both eyes. Wow. That's so cool, Vinay. Okay, Vinay, what about, you know, when, like, for example, if I'm looking at the flame, right? Like, I have a flame right here. So let's say I'm looking at the flame, and then I close my eyes and I can see the flame. But then I open my eyes and I can see the flame that I saw when my eyes were closed on that flame. What does that mean? Yeah. You have a mixed accent of Indian and British. It's Indian, is it? Okay. Did serious yoga this weekend? Not Vinay level serious, but first time for me, felt noticeably better next day. Oh, I love that for you, Thor. Hi, Nathan, welcome. Hi, everybody. I like how you handle people with intention to offend. It's like you know about them even before they show up. Do you think so? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I do. I don't know. Today, it's just been like, I think I've said this like 5 times. It's been very intense, and I guess I'm just like building up. You know, it's okay. How to act out of authenticity, not ego in everyday life, not in confusion but clarity. Okay, interesting. Love that. You have to be in tune with your inner self, you know, because the only way that you would be confused is if you're in your ego, right? So awareness, being more and more aware, anything that you can do to raise your awareness and your levels of consciousness, that would be the best thing for you. So that could be everything. That could be like I said, eating correctly, exercising, you know, taking care of your physical body, because your physical body and your mind and your like soul are all interconnected. But meditation, and that can be any type of meditation, anything that can get you in the present moment is wonderful. But starting your day off with meditation, ending it with meditation, having moments of the day where you just, before you do something, just take a breath, you know? It's probably something I should have done before I started this. You need a life coach then. Okay, well, you can, if you'd like to work with me, I can put my email address in, and then you can contact me, or you can just like comment on one of my videos and I can tell you my email address or whatever. Let me know. You don't understand my question. Hey, what did you get? What you wanted for your birthday? I did, Michael, and welcome. Who was that when the light went off? What do you mean? Usually you do throughout the corner flame and you have To close your eyes and see the image behind your closed eyes. Yeah, so Webov, I mean, no man. So what if I can, like, obviously, I'll do that, and then I can see it. I can see the flame, right? But the flame, when I do it, is, I'll discuss it. We'll discuss it in private. It's okay. Um, hi, Hamid. I'm well, thank you. How are you? What are the first steps to meditation? Does it have to be in a quiet room? Should my brain be clear? Because that's extremely hard, lol. I love that you asked that question, Dr. Jekyll. So what I would say is that I think it helps at first if you are in a quiet room where you're not going to be disturbed, so you can focus. Your brain doesn't have to be clear. Your brain, like, someone's brain isn't usually clear unless they've been in, like, you know, unless they were born enlightened or they've been meditating for a very long time, or they just have a clear mind. But a lot of us don't, right? Our ego and our thoughts and our mind is always going. So when you can just sit, find a place where you're not going to be disturbed, take a few deep breaths and just tune into yourself, you know, tune into your body, into your energy, what it feels like, and just be aware. That's it. Okay? You don't need to stop your thoughts. You'll probably get lost in them, okay? A thought will come, oh, what shall I eat today? Oh, you know, there was some food in the fridge that I had left, but oh, should I go out? There's this new place that just opened down the street. Oh, but no, I should. Oh, wait, I'm meditating. And then you're just watching the thoughts, you know? It'll just be that. Yes, give me email. Okay, let me put my email in the comments. Today, I'm going to show you. In my free time, I just watch my videos. I'm kidding. I don't. Okay. Let me put my email address in, and then you can, wow. You can email me, and then we can discuss. Party, wait. There we go, that's my email address. Wow, very nice. So take one finger and focus until see that one finger and two at a time. I'm gonna try this. We'll have to discuss this in depth. Not sure if you're into science books, but I read a book called Nothing by a New Scientist that talk about nothing is in fact everything in maths in a book. Yeah, I love that. Nothing is everything. That's it. Is that a snake tattoo on my arm? Yeah, it is. Yeah, the snake is just covered by my what? Yeah, there we go. Is it necessary in meditation to stop taking showers like you do? That's so funny. Yes, it is. No more showering. पंजाबी बोलना कोई स्पेलिंग फर्स्ट जो गले च अच्छा जी ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦਾ ਚੈਨਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਐਡ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਹਨਾ ਮੇਰੇ 100 ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬਰ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਕਰਾਂਗੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ आपको इतनी तो अच्छी हो आप प्रणव जी आपका धन्यवाद हाँ हम अच्छे हैं पर पता नहीं मैंने लोड़ ही नहीं बॉयफ्रेंड दी है ना चली जाना काम after yeah we'll mail you okay let's email me with some serious inquiries okay after somewhat of an intense exercise so your breathing get back to natural oh okay wait Jeremy what are you talking about did you say something I don't know hi Pranav I'm well thank you how are you how do you build self-esteem oh okay how do you build self-esteem you show up for yourself you say you're going to do something and you do that thing it's in the actions, you know, and it's in the way that you talk to yourself. When you are constantly talking down on yourself, you're being negative, you're being hypercritical, then what's that going to do for your self-esteem? Just think of a child. How would you build a child's self-esteem? You would encourage that child. You would be compassionate with that child, right? You would nurture that child. You kind of have to parent yourself. How to deal with anger when you're easily triggered to fear and rage to point. It makes you suffer and weak. Okay. So the kind of emotions that you are prone to feeling are based on your attitude. What is your attitude in life? Is it that, because if you are in your ego, you're more prone to being angry, right? But I'm not saying that people don't get angry. I get angry. You know, I got angry at my brother yesterday for something because he made a comment about something, and I in the moment got angry. Afterwards I was thinking about it, right? And I was like, well, okay, Priya, you got angry. That wasn't okay. That wasn't cool to talk like that. What was it? And explore the thing and then figure it out from there, right? Why was it? Why is this thing triggering me so much? What can I do to help remedy this? What can we do to change this so that I'm not angry again? Whenever you feel extreme emotions, go into them. मैं अच्छी हूँ, आप कैसे हो? Anything specific about the tattoo? The tattoo represents divine feminine energy and transformation and like death and renewal. Oh yeah, and of course focus on your breathing, right? Then hi, do I know Hindi, English, both? I know Punjabi and English. Anger when controlled improves thinking power, is that true? I mean, yeah, of course, right? Like if you're not acting out on it, then I guess it's always a good thing. Oh, great, I have to go. You know what the best thing is, I think, with the anger? Sit with it. Observe it. One side love के कुछ बारे कुछ बोलो. ठीक है, मैं बोलती हूँ. One-sided love. You attracted that into your life because you in deep within you don't feel like you deserve love. that I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Because I used to get into like these kind of dynamics when I was younger because I didn't feel like I deserved to be loved. I felt that I had to work for love. So if that person didn't love me or like me back, that was good. That's what I wanted because I wanted to work for it because I didn't believe that love could come easily. Because when you're a codependent, you're used to working for things, you know? So yeah, I would work for it. And I would subconsciously like men who would make me work for it, I guess. And that was attractive to me. Anger, just like any emotion, is programmed in your DNA. You know, the thing is with your DNA is very malleable, right? There's wait, what's that word where the ooh, it's like where yes, neuroplasticity. Thank you, Lazarus. Neuroplasticity, right? So neuroplasticity is where, yeah, your father may have been an angry person, your mother may have been an angry person, but that doesn't mean that you'll be like that too. We are our biology, our biography determines our biology. So the way you think, the way you talk to yourself, that informs your biology. Because people who have a negative mindset, people who overthink, they tend to be stressed, right? And they're stressed, and that makes them more prone to disease. Because only mostly unhappy people get diseased, right? Happy people are wonderful. They're doing fine. They don't have to go to the doctor. They don't have to be on medication. Have I had my pinni? Yeah, I have had my pinni. Oh my god, I've had like one pinni, and then my mom, there was some that wasn't in the form of a pinni, and I had that too. Am I unhappy? No, I'm not. I'm happy. I'm happy. Move to the United States. Start a commune and you have more than 90. Or you will have more than 90 Rolls Royces. Or is that just the ego? That's so funny, Jeremy. You know, it's so funny you say that because I was watching the documentary on Osho actually. We are not just chemical reactions. That's if you identify as the body, right? Ego. मैं आपसे बहुत कुछ learn कर रहा हूँ. Thank you ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਤੁਸੀਂ open ਆ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ learn ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ. You like Priya said, when anger hits, take the role of witness rather than taking action. But when your patterns are deep down, it's difficult to control it because you become what you would have to act before you. Yeah, that's so true. That's where you have to, like, when you sense it, I guess you would. The thing is, what I would say is, if you know that you're someone who gets angry easily, work in preparation, right? Don't just respond to the urgency, to the emergency, but work so to ensure that there are no urgencies. Meditate and work on yourself more so that you don't have those problems, so you don't lose control. I'm unhappy, but I've never been on medication. It won't always be like that. Cola. Love your conversations. Just tuned in and didn't expect to stick around, but you keep luring me back in. Very intriguing. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for being here and asking so many amazing questions and for your insights. Do you usually fall asleep at night? You know, I do. Yeah. Oh, plasticity, neuroplasticity. I had a wrong perception about the bindi. I thought it was permanent. It couldn't be erased. That's so cute. That sounds like a masculine trait, not believing that love could come easily. Wow. That's really interesting. Oh wait, hang on guys. Let me just quickly go get my charger because give me a second. You're probably just hear me scream. Okay, wait. Give me a second. Okay. Toddy. Oops. Is it on? Okay. Whew, okay. Right, now I have to figure out how to balance this. Okay. Okay, maybe like this. Yes, this is why I did it. No. My books are falling. Don't. Okay. One. I need to move my books, honestly. Okay, wait, not this one. Okay. Okay, there we go. So for most of us, you need to drill deep with meditation first, and then you create that gap in mind where you can witness the impulses and catch them before you can act. Exactly. Great. Indian moms can't control their anger. That's so funny. That's really interesting. When you've been busy, have you ever had a sister stand in for you on live and no, just kidding. But do you find your energies have similarities, like DNA similar makes no difference? See, I think you would have to see her and decide. We used to be very similar, and we still are in a. I guess we are in a lot of different ways. Like she has a similar interest to me. You know, she also does this kind of work. She just hasn't got that deeply into it as I have yet. She has started her own YouTube channel, so I can put a link in for that if you'd like to watch that. But yeah, we're on different paths, I would say. Like we do have different energies. I'll bring her in one of the days. Should I ask her now? Ria, come here. Let me ask. Do you want to come on live for a bit? Everyone's asking about you. Snowman. No, is it like just yeah?
I'm a bit busy at the moment.
Just say hi, maybe for like 2-3 minutes. No? You're fine? Okay. Yeah? No? I don't want to force you.
I don't know. I feel indecisive.
Indecision.
No,
No?
today. Tomorrow.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Muchas gracias. Have I ever got struck with a flying chapel? Yes. I started studying Stoicism and applied some of the tenets to my life. Such as being aware that you cannot control what happens, but how you react, kind of like a roller coaster. Just go with it. I love that, Lazarus. See, Stoicism is so profound because when you like, now that I know so much about, well, so much, now that I know about consciousness, right, and identifying with the witness, it makes sense. Everything makes sense about why they say only focus on the things you can control. Don't get too attached to anything. Calm yourself, because these are all things that would happen if you naturally aligned with the witness itself anyway, right? Let me know what you think of that. My birthday's coming. Please give me a Kohinoor diamond. Vinay, where was my Kohinoor diamond? It's like I know as Indians we have this thing about the Kohinoor diamond, but it's okay. It's okay if you want to. Who am I to tell anyone what to do? You know. A copper mug, yeah, it is a copper mug. You know, guessing me fluently, I'm just the English ball banger. Everybody, like, so I guess so many people ask about English, and I was thinking, shall I start teaching people how to speak, like, have like an English accent, like a British accent with English? Like, would that be a thing? Is there a market out there for that? Like I said, I get so many questions about it. May as well. Last time I told her to get out of here, I think she thought I said get out of here, lol. She took off. Oh, okay. I thought you said you said get out of here, like, oh, get out of here, no way, right? Not like get out of here. Because I thought you said to her, like, get out. I mean, you did say get out of here, right? So what did you expect? Thank you, James. Appreciate it. But yeah, you know, the more you identify as consciousness and the witness itself, the more life seems easier. Like, easier in a sense of like making decisions just seem so much easier because you just have the highest vantage point. That's what it feels like. Being the witness, being the observer is like the highest vantage point. I can see things coming I can see if a part of me is about to get mad and make this decision, or I can see, like, I always like to ask myself that, like, who is it, Priya? Like, who just said this? Who just got upset? You know, who just had this insecure thought? Who had this thought? Who's saying this? Does that make sense? You look Arabian. Are you Arabian? I am not. I'm not Arabian. Seriously, you're very good on no attitude. Thank you. Oh, love that. So yeah, DJ, would that be a thing? You'd want me to teach you guys? I'm sure I could get something started. I've never taught English though. I have no idea where I would start. I'd have to watch. I'm open to learning. Please try to convince your sister. Even saying hi will do. Even saying hi will do. I will. She said tomorrow. She said, actually, I'm busy tomorrow. So I won't be able to do it tomorrow. Maybe another day. What's wrong with my finger? It's Mendy. It's henna. It just it's meant to look different. It's not meant to look like this, but it does. Yeah, I'm not an English person, that's why. I would agree with you. Once you let go and just realize that value is more than just a monetary currency. I value my family and the things I have achieved thus far. I feel rich in life. Wow. I love that. I love that. Because to be rich means you have lots of value, right? And the things that are important in life, we have an abundance of. You know? I love that. But, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Your previous comment, hang on, let me see. You know why Britishers took all the great things from India? Because Indians don't really deserve it, and also Indians are very careless. That's why Britishers are taking care of all the things in a great way. Vinny! Oh. That's sad. I am blessed and highly favored. How are you? I'm very nervous in English, so मेरे लिए कुछ हिंदी बोलो please, sister. DJ जी मैं हिंदी ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ बहुत nervous हाँ आपको पंजाबी आती है पंजाबी बोलो हिंदी में तो हम बात कोशिश करते हैं सबको समझ नहीं आएगी ना मेरा एक चैनल है वहाँ मैं पंजाबी में जी आपको समझ लगती है उसमें बात करती हूँ but yeah, identifying with witness just means that everything just makes so much everything becomes so much easier because you don't have to go through different theories and theologies. And honestly, I've gone to the point where I don't even read books anymore. And I loved reading books. I just can't seem to get into it anymore. I don't know why. Maybe I will tomorrow. I have a train ride. I'm going somewhere tomorrow, so maybe I can get into it. But yeah, I'm just, so focused on living and being, because there's a point where you have accumulated so much knowledge that it's time to embody it rather than just to have it in your brain. Because if you don't live it, what's the point of knowing it? मेरे लिए सबको प्रॉब्लम है होगा शायद you continue English. मेरे लिए सबको प्रॉब्लम होगा अब कितने प्यारे हैं sorry, I'm such a Nilakanta, what would you like to know about me? Sister, you're very good. Oh, thank you. Brother, you are very good. DJ, start learning English because English is now a universal language. Austria. What's the stream? What's the stream all about? Scrolled my way through here. Hi, Phoenix. Well, we discussed different subjects in spirituality, like God, consciousness, meditation, awakening, everything really. Everything. What would you, is there a specific question that you would like to ask? Do I like gulab jamun? Gulab jamun is nice. I never used to like it, and then my sisters love it. So yeah, recently I managed to start eating it. So yeah, I don't mind it. I've kind of cut back on sugar though, a little bit. You have so much knowledge about main things though, young. Your mother must be proud of you. God bless your parents. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you. Hello. Are you proud of me? Every day I watch it. DJ, you'll learn English just by listening, you know? Like me, I know little words in Spanish because I would watch Spanish shows. And you just pick it up, you know? Just think he was the first person in this world who told joke and people laughed. Well, that's funny. Yeah, a sense of humor is so important, right? And play. You know, play is something that we don't do as human beings, because you know what play is? Play is enjoying for the sake of enjoying, not because there's some reason for it, like there's a point for it. Like children, they just go to a park and they just play. You know how fascinating that is compared to adults. Like, we need a reason, we need someone's birthday to go and enjoy something, we need this, we need that, but they're just like, it's time for me to go enjoy myself, let me go do it. I find that the more childlike, not childish, but childlike, full of curiosity, full of play, full of wonder, full of openness, that we can become, the more ecstasy we can feel, because a child is just in natural ecstasy, right? Children are just like running around and screaming and happy and having the best time of their lives, and that's available for everybody. You want to learn street English for casual conversations? I'm sure you will. Yeah, just be around it, you'll learn. I picked up sign language from nothing in about 2 years and learned a lot. Same for Spanish, although I'm not around it as much as I'd like. Maybe you can just watch like Spanish shows or something, or visit like a Spanish speaking country, or make a Spanish friend. I'm sure something will come up if you put the intention out there. But yeah, it's really easy. Like even accents. Yeah, thought, I don't know, sorry, I genuinely thought that like you said to her to get out. Bless her. Oh no, I was like, Thor, okay, I see you. But no, I'm sure she'll be here. So basically Hinduism, not really. Meditation is so hard, and I've tried a lot of times, but I can't make my mind to stay put. It keeps wandering off here and there. See, Phoenix, the thing is, you don't need to make your mind do anything. You just need to sit and watch it. That's it. And maybe start off with like 5 minutes, you know, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. You don't need to stop your mind. It doesn't need to be really, really quiet. You just need to watch it, observe it. That's the only thing you need to do. But I'm like the biggest advocate for meditation. It's gonna help you in every single way. Do you give lessons to talk active in English just like you? I can, you know, Noah, I will do, okay? Shall I put, I think I'm gonna have to start giving classes out, honestly. I'm gonna have to start doing a different live just for English, which I'm happy to do. I'm happy. Maybe I can do like a set time where we learn. Maybe I can learn how to teach English, because I don't actually know. How do I do my study or any kind of goals? I go with the flow. I don't study because I'm not studying, as in like I'm not in education, but any kind of goals, I don't really have goals. I go with the flow. I go with the divine flow of life. I let life and God move through me. I don't make any goals. But that's different, I guess, as a woman compared to a man, maybe. When you think you're so tall, then your body will always going to stay healthy. But once you know you're old, then your body will leave that kind of energy. That makes so much sense, Vinay. Because, you know, obviously I said I had my birthday, but I've decided that every birthday I am like my body, I've decided, yeah, on paper I'm 29, but my body is of that of a 23-year-old. It doesn't age. It's reversed aging, you know. Hey Ditya, and my studies are complete. Yes, there are three levels of enlightenment. With Kundalini in conscious, when Kundalini in consciousness merges into chakra enlightenment as per Jainism happens. Head poison, stop polluting heart, decrease of heart. There are two other Buddhism and Hinduism. Noah, we will get you there, okay? I mean, to be honest, you're typing English wonderfully. Is it just the accent that you'd like? I will study till the day I die. Knowledge is Bible, truth, my God. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, yeah, like, I don't... knowledge is Bible, truth, my God. See, it's... Do you apply the knowledge that you learn as well? Hey, XYZ. Thank you so much. Oh, how old do you think I am? 23. Are you? Is it right? I don't know. 23 just came out. Maybe it's because I just said the word 20, like the number 23. I don't know. I am in England. I am Indian. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Okay, so just keep watching my thoughts come and go as a third person. We'll try it for sure. By the way, what benefits do you see doing this practice long-term? People just mention magical results. Can't believe. Phoenix, yes, that's it. Just watch them as a third person, as a witness, as an observer of them, okay? That's it. You'll find yourself getting lost in them, but just come back. It's okay. Just thank it and come back. Because every time that you get lost in it and you come back to being the observer, then you can say, thank you, you know, because it's that coming back that tunes your skills of focusing the results. I'm gonna say, I don't want to tell you the magical... Actually, to be honest, I mean, for me to like be convinced to do something, I love hearing about the results. So what I would say is that the results, I mean, the results are never ending with meditation. It's just the way to be. It should be as mandatory as breathing. It helps you become focused. It helps you become calmer, more relaxed, more in the present moment. It makes you feel more peaceful, more fulfilled. You can concentrate more. You're just a nicer person to be around, you know? They're endless. Mendi laga ke rakhna, doli saja ke rakhna. That's so funny. Of course, application of knowledge fortifies experience. Okay, good. Love that. Forget English all I want. Ancient Sanskrit and Hindi important term lessons. Oh, I don't know any ancient Sanskrit and Hindi. I think we're gonna have to ask Weber if maybe he will. Oh, Vinay, they seem to have the knowledge on this. What are you doing, hero? I can't understand your accent. Speak slowly. Google, I will try to speak slowly. Okay. But I love that you want to learn more about ancient Sanskrit and Hindi. I think, sorry, let me just turn, why is this brightness gone low? There's so much to learn from different cultures, you know, and I love that you're branching out. What is the life purpose? The life purpose is whatever you want it to be. It is me sharing and engage. It's satsang. Vigyan Bhairav Sutra. Why? I've heard this before. Why? I can't remember what it means though. Let me see. Hi, Grant. Vigyan Bhairav Sutra. Yeah. Oh, you want me to tell you about it? Okay, wait. Let me just. I don't know anything about Vigyan. Shows you how to, gives you 112 meditations, show how it relates to your dream. You know, I'm gonna have to look into this because I know someone else told me to look into it as well. Yeah, look, better Tantra Vigyan. I have it written down. Hi Vicky. Are you trying to explain Hinduism or spreading Christianity? Oh, I'm not spreading any religion. No, I live in England. That's how I know English this well. Tell Gujarati show, game show, Majima show? No, I don't. That's all. That's the only Gujarati I know. Yeah, Karthik, I don't know anything about Vigyan. Vigyan Bhairav Sutra? I don't know. Tantra? Not yet. I will have to teach myself. I think that's what I wanted to know. Okay. It's all Tantra. I like Tantra. I know a little bit about Tantra. Not that much, but it's something that I have to go into. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. I was gonna say it's been a short one. I mean, it's been a short one in comparison to all my other lives. But yeah. Lord Shiva gives 112 sutras to attain samadhi. Jeez, wow. We'll be looking into that. Very interesting. But thank you so much for joining. Thank you for all of your questions. Welcome to all the new people that have joined this chat. Thank you, ZMMPL.R. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you, Beba, for being the mod. And yeah, just thank you, everybody, for being here. Take care, everybody. See you, Cipriano. Bye.